Hey. Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
It's been a long tour. All I can think about now is going back home. We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Glad I left the outpost behind.
That machine looks like a floating eye. I don't like it.
I don't even know how to fight.
Let them fight it out among themselves.
Very well.
Watch out!
Come on!
Teach you to mess with me. Some Tom got cornered in the ruins of Boulder City and the NCR killed him. It's like Bitter Springs all over again.
Let us proceed. Very well.
Let's deal. Got it.
What's up? Come back if you need something.
Feels good not to have to drag a Brahmin train across the Mojave.
What's up? Sure. Lead the way.
Looks like the war's ratcheting up. I hear the NCR's bringing in elite troops.
What's up? Oh, I thought my charm could win you over, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. You sure you want me to go? I'll head back to the old Mormon fort. If you need me, just swing by.
What's up? Great! Thanks! Thank you! I'll encourage people to name their non-ugly children after you. Seriously.
Careful if we go off the road.
Aw, just when the standing around was getting exciting.
Very well, let us proceed.
Prim's got some new sheriff watching over the town now.
Very well. I'll hang back and approach from another angle when the time is right.
Teach you to mess with me.
A lawful use of endless.
Well, that's the end of that. Wouldn't mind having one of those little flying robots.
Uh-oh. That's enough of that.
Hi there. My name is April Mortimer. I monitored a communication earlier between you and someone with the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm with the followers of the Apocalypse. We're much more liberal about the sharing of technology than those Brotherhood people. Bring your robot to us. We'll see that whatever information it may have on it is used for the greater good.
Hold on, I've got this. I'd like a large atomic shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
We gave you a password, Veronica. It's for your safety.
I know where you live, Ramos. Open up.
For Pete's sake. Opening up. Welcome back, Veronica.
Listen up. I'm in charge of security around here, and I can't say I'm too happy about having an outsider waltzing around. But since you came in with Veronica, I'm inclined to cut you a little slack. Just behave yourself, and we won't have any problems, okay? Oh, and the Elder's going to want to talk to you. He's on the 2nd level. Just take a right once you get down there. My office is right here in case you need anything. Just ask for Ramos.
Looking sharp, Ramo.
Hey yourself, kiddo. Oh, hey there. Something I can help you with? That's right. Nothing gets in or out of here without me knowing it. Under the lockdown, only essential personnel are permitted to enter or leave. That includes supply runners and high-security patrols. All other personnel are forbidden to leave, and any personnel that were out there when the lockdown was enacted are forbidden from returning. Fine by me. Later.
I shall remain here until your return. You will find me waiting.
See you around.
Very well, let us proceed.
I have important work to do, so no time to talk.
If you're planning to take Veronica along, be sure to have a good pair of earplugs with you. I'm kidding, Veronica. Put the power fist down! Hello, Veronica. How goes your mission?
We'll know in a second. I wanted to talk to you.
Veronica, tell me this isn't about...
Yes, goddammit, it is. But you're gonna hear me out this time.
We've been through this.
The things I've seen now, other groups succeeding where we fail, it's not too late for us.
We've outlasted the end of the world. We'll outlast these upstarts.
Waiting in a hole for everyone else to die.
If we must.
This is a dead end for us.
I see no evidence of that. Nor do I see anyone out there with a solution to our problems.
How could you? You're too scared to look. Let's go. We're wasting our time.
Our former elder Elijah was obsessed with new technology. That's why we were at Helios in the first place.
I'd slap him around, but he stood at my parents' wedding. Plus, he used to make excuses to get me out of my punishment when I'd slept through head scribe Taggart's lectures. Figure I owe him for that. He means well. I'm not giving up. He wants evidence, but he'll never go looking for it. He's scared I'm right. He'll never listen unless I hold the proof right in front of his face. I don't know. We need something that shows the Brotherhood will fail, or that it can do better a different way. The only thing that gets his attention is technology. Maybe Father Elijah had the right idea. Our elder before McNamara, he had a nose for recovering lost technology. He'd send scribes out into the desert chasing whatever leads he found. There were a few he only trusted me with. I can think of at least one that'd prove my point, if it still exists. There's a comm terminal not too far from here I'd use to access messages from him. If we go there, I can pull up his research on it. That's my question to the Elder. All these years, the Brotherhood has collected weapons technology. And for what? To keep it out of people's hands? That clearly hasn't worked. To defend ourselves? We can't compete with the NCR's numbers, or the Legions. We're fighting a war for a lost cause. If we're gonna survive, we have to find a role in society, attract new members. Look at the followers of the Apocalypse. They use their expertise to improve people's lives. They train them to be self-sufficient. That expertise cultivates respect and gratitude, spreads their ideals, draws talent to their cause. They make friends like we make enemies. But they don't know a fraction of what we know. If we took on their role, we could stand up to anyone. We wouldn't have to hide. He's a stubborn old man, but when it comes down to it, he's got our best interests at heart. If he sees some indisputable sign we're on the wrong course, he won't ignore it. I'm with you. Being around here isn't the same anymore.
What is this? Veronica brings an outsider into our home, then has a private audience with the Elder? The two of you may have the Elder fooled, but we know better. Veronica has always twisted the Founder's principles to her own ends. We will not stand idly by and allow her to corrupt our Elder's thinking.
Sorry about that. Just because I love them doesn't mean some of them aren't assholes.
Very well. I'll hang back and approach from another angle when the time is right.
Come on. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. The pulse gun. Although, maybe the rangefinder could work too. And it looks like the NCR was onto some miracle farming technology. Electromagnetic weapon from before the Great War. Experimental. It never saw mass production. But they were building it as a countermeasure to power armor, which they feared the Chinese were developing. Supposedly a prototype was being housed at Nellis. Imagine what it could do to the Brotherhood. We'd be on equal footing with any idiot with a gun. More or less. Supposedly it's a vegetation enhancer. NCR has a science branch headquartered at McCarran Airport. Guess they found something. Guess somebody wasn't very good at keeping secrets either. We'd never pursue it because it's not a weapon, but self-sufficiency is fundamental to us. If it works, they'd see the value of an alternate course. It's a targeting device for some kind of doomsday weapon based at Helios 1. It was lost sometime after the war. We held Helios 1 for a time. Lost a lot of people defending it. Too many. All for this weapon they never got working. If it turns out to be a dud, it'd show how flawed our goals have been. Father Elijah said he thinks a scavenger might have sold it on the strip. Okay, what better way to persuade them than to give them a taste of what they stand to gain, right? Maybe the best place to start is to see what we can find out directly from the NCR. Let's head to their OSI office at McCarran. I like the way you think. Really? Well, I'm still thinking about what kind of role we could take on that would give us the best chance of survival. I worry about them sometimes. Okay? Thanks for weighing in. Gives me something to think about.
Hey.
How curious. Is there something you desire, Wanderer? Go ahead. Now is not the time. Okay. As you wish, I shall wait for your return. Very well, the wastes await us.
Let's roll out then.
Freeside's a dangerous
Watch out
place.
for caves, they're unpredictable.
Your safety guaranteed.
What's up?
This shouldn't be too surprising, but I'd prefer you let the followers examine him. Hopefully the reasons are obvious. The Brotherhood hoards knowledge and is obviously a smidge more violent than the followers. Don't get me wrong, I'd rather the Brotherhood get the intel than see it lost somewhere in the desert, but I'd prefer the followers overall.
Evening.
What's up?
Back in your good graces again? I know you'd see the light.
Hey. I've heard the Legion's planning to unleash their best men against us. Evening.
Sure, just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin. Sure, just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay? Sure, just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay? Sure, just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay?
Hey.
Hey, I heard about the bug getting destroyed in the Lucky 38. We'll get in there eventually. It's just a matter of time. Great, what do you have? How much do you have to donate? Thanks. Anything else? How much do you have to donate? Thanks. Anything else? How much do you have to donate? Thanks. Anything else? Thanks for the donation. Every bit goes toward helping Freeside. How much do you have to donate? Thanks. Anything else? 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 Thanks for the donation. Every bit goes toward helping Freeside.
I hear you've done some good things for the followers.
Novak's the hotel, not the lizard.
Uh-oh.
I'm on it.
Yes! Finally! Does jump... Ooh, got something good.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Let's see what we've got here. Okay, yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. The pulse gun. Although, maybe the rangefinder could work too. And it looks like the NCR was onto some miracle farming technology. Electromagnetic weapon from before the Great War. Experimental. It never saw mass production. But they were building it as a countermeasure to power armor, which they feared the Chinese were developing. Supposedly a prototype was being housed at Nellis. Imagine what it could do to the Brotherhood. We'd be on equal footing with any idiot with a gun. More or less. Supposedly it's a vegetation enhancer. NCR has a science branch headquartered at McCarran Airport. Guess they found something. Guess somebody wasn't very good at keeping secrets either. We'd never pursue it because it's not a weapon, but self-sufficiency is fundamental to us. If it works, they'd see the value of an alternate course. It's a targeting device for some kind of doomsday weapon based at Helios 1. It was lost sometime after the war. We held Helios 1 for a time. Lost a lot of people defending it. Too many. All for this weapon they never got working. If it turns out to be a dud, it should show how flawed our goals have been. Father Elijah said he thinks a scavenger might have sold it on the strip. Okay, what better way to persuade them than to give them a taste of what they stand to gain, right? Maybe the best place to start is to see what we can find out directly from the NCR. Let's head to their OSI office at McCarran. I like the way you think.
Judging by that busted pilot light expression you're fixed with, business ain't so good.
Really? Well, I'm still thinking about what kind of role we could take on that would give us the best chance of survival.
You and me, we're unraveling together. At least tell me.
I worry about them sometimes. Okay?
Look, I know they're family, but let me tell you what family means. You ever had a brother? Some dumbass younger brother, say, who knocked up the pastor's daughter, can't hold a job, and his home away is a jail cell? That's them. That flag doesn't make them bulletproof.
Thanks for weighing in. Gives me something to think about.
Watch out. All this traveling's making me thirsty.
not object to your proximity.
We spoke earlier, didn't we? About Vault 22? My offer still stands, if you've changed your mind. Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you? I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. You might think of yourself as a mere means of conveyance. No insult intended, of course. Best of luck to you. Not that you'll need it. You seem like a reasonably competent person.
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but... Did he give you a job? I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault. There were a lot of mercs, one after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs? No, wait. I don't mean to see any harm come to Dr. Hildern. Unless by talk, you just mean talk. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich. Not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc. But I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead. I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it. Of course. Anything. Keeley's brilliant. An absolute genius. She plays at being mean, but it's all a front. When you've lived as long as she has, you get defensive around new people. Who wants to make a friend when you know you'll outlive them? I couldn't get her to say, but she talked about the war. The Great War, when the bombs fell, like she'd been there. So, I'm guessing pretty old. 200 years? Maybe more. Like a Brahmin and a Deathclaw, though I'm not sure which would be which. Bad analogy, maybe. They're both Deathclaws in their way. Keeley hates Hildern. She says he's more politician than scientist, and gets in the way of true discovery. And Hildern hates Keeley because... well, because every time they meet, she makes him look like an ass. In front of important people, usually. Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible. The director? He's very well-spoken and knowledgeable. He's not what you'd call warm, unless he wants something from you. And even then, it's kind of a cold warm. Most of the time, I focus on the science and try to forget him. He doesn't get mixed up in any actual work, though he tells people that he does. He sure does. Everyone knows it. I've just got to endure this job until the project is finished. But abandoning Keeley, he crossed a line. Taking credit for other people's work is one thing. Sending people to die in the waste is another. If Hildern tries to recruit any more mercs, I'm gonna warn them. What can he do to me? I'm the only one who can run this lab. Right. Stay safe.
Yes? Something else you needed? I never said you were. You've been speaking to Williams, haven't you? Fair enough. Begging your pardon, but this is beginning to feel like an interrogation. No, you aren't the first person I've sent to the vault. I'm sorry that I neglected to tell you, but I don't see how it makes any difference. I'd have to consult my records. 8? 10? Your point is what? I have no evidence that they're dead. 1,000 things could have happened between here and the vault. They could have changed their minds and walked away. I wouldn't be much of a scientist if I leapt to conclusions without proof. All right. I'll admit that it's been difficult to find anyone willing to enter the vault. And I'd rather get the data sooner than later. You have a deal. I'll double your reward if you bring me the data. But this is as high as my budget will allow. Now, I know your time is valuable, so I won't waste any more of it. Feel free to show yourself out.
Careful as we go off the road.
Here we go. Bad guys.
Very well.
I'm no botanist, but I think this may not be entirely natural.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
All right, then.
What a shame. I'm on it.
That's enough of that. Hey! I've had worse.
Greetings. I do not believe we have met before. I have the singular distinction of being designated as Boar. A pleasure to meet you, sir. What may I do for you? Very little, I'm afraid. I've been stuck here calculating protein sequences for most of our sojourn here thus far. Master Keeley has done most of the exploring. She might be able to tell you more. I am assisting my Master Keeley with her research. We have been tasked with extracting as much of the research that was performed here as possible. I couldn't say exactly. She went down to the lower levels some time ago and hasn't been back since. Do you suppose something has happened to her? I have been given explicit instructions to stay here until the Master returns. Now I must get back to computing protein sequences. Please tell the Master to hurry back if you see her.
Move along. Haste!
That's enough of that. See you around.
we go.
Sure could use a drink.
What's going on?
Status. Operational. Loading memory banks. Current designation. Koch. Current mission. Warning. Primary defensive objective. Designation Kaylee. Taken by unknown hostile entities. Initiating full countermeasures.
Do not interfere with security operations. Are advised to leave the area. Security sweep in progress. Lethal force may be used without warning.
Looks like break time's over. I'm on it.
Let's Let's get this in gear.
No hostiles detected.
Feels good to
Continuing
have to
perimeter sweep.
train across the Mojave.
What's going on?
No hostiles detected. Perimeter sweep.
What's going on? What's going on?
Shh. We're hunting shitheads.
Analysis. Yellow. Scanning for hostiles. Threat analysis. Yellow. Scan.
Looks like a party.
Still looking.
Looks like trouble. I'm on.
For the Brotherhood!
All right, then.
Trouble. Over here.
See? Just because it doesn't shoot lasers doesn't mean it's not worth looking into. We can do amazing things with this data.
Glad I left the outpost behind.
What a shame.
That's enough
I'm
of
on.
that.
Took your sweet time. I suppose the NCR sent you? She's such a dear. Not like that pompous little pedant she works for. But that's neither here nor there. These plants have gotten completely out of control. I've got a plan to deal with them, but I'll need your help. Good. Meet me on the second level, and I'll explain what needs to be done. What's this? Did you do these repairs? Not bad. Not bad at all. Saves me time, I guess. See you upstairs.
Sure. Just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay?
you're here. Ready to begin? Time is of the essence, so I'll be brief. This place is filled with spores that are toxic to humans, and we need to get rid of them. I've pumped the vault full of a highly flammable gas that, once ignited, should destroy the vast majority of spores. There's one problem, though. The gas becomes semi-inert on exposure to oxygen, meaning the gas will have to be ignited close to where it's being introduced. I need you to find the vents where the gas is being pumped and ignite it. Oh, and survive the resulting blast. Yes, there'll be an explosion when the gas is ignited, but I'm sure you'll be fine. Now leave me to my work. I set the gas to pump into the 5th level since that's where the concentration of spores was highest. I'd start looking there. Typically, these vaults use circular vents in their air circulation systems. Look for a wall with 2 of them almost side by side. There's one just around the corner outside this lab if you need an example. In the area where the gas is active, any kind of fire or explosion should do the trick. Hell, even lasers would do the job. If you don't have anything like that, I've got some grenades in my bag in the corner that you can use. Good. Return to me when it's done.
Okay. Lead the way. Oh, I'll be here. Just don't expect me to fend off
Should've brought something to read
while you're gone.
Sitting tight. And pretty.
Aw, just when the standing around was getting
Let's hit the road.
Ah, good. You survived. I was beginning to think you hadn't. You'll be pleased to know that the spores should no longer be a problem. Now all that's left is to ensure that none of this ever happens again. The research that led to these abominations must be erased. I've managed to create a connection to the Vault's backup system from here. I just have to remotely delete all the files, and we're done here. No, it shouldn't take all that long. Just a few more moments, and... That's strange. The system says that the files were accessed recently and copied to an external source. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Yes, that sounds like something he'd do. Well, there's nothing for it then. Those files need to be erased. Hold out your arm and I'll have it done in a flash. How do you figure that? I suppose the data here could serve as a warning to other scientists. Tell them what paths of research not to follow. All right. You convinced me. Take the files back to that buffoon. You make a good point. But I still honestly hope you know what you're doing. I've unlocked the door, so you're free to run along now. Although it pains me to say it, I wouldn't have made it out of here without your help. If you're heading back toward McCarran, tell Dr. Williams that she has my thanks as well. I suppose you have questions. Hurry up and ask them. From what I've been able to determine, the scientists here managed to breed them by combining traits from two distinct plant species. The resulting hybrid proved to be more adaptable than expected, however, and soon became a threat to humans. It's sad, really. All those wonderful minds undone by their own irresponsibility. A few things here and there, but a lot of the data has been corrupted, and all of the live samples have been contaminated by the spore plants. One interesting thing I found is that one of the chemicals secreted by the spore plant serves as a mild stimulant when ingested by humans. As far as I can tell, it has no side effects or addictive properties. Aside from the inherent psychological ones, of course. Now that I think of it, there was a Corporal Farber back in McCarran who'd probably be interested in it. There's a sample of it around here somewhere. Later.
Very well, let us proceed.
Sure could use a drink.
Glad you're with us.
Keeley just called in. You should have heard the director. But wait up. Now look here. She wouldn't let him finish a sentence. Just reamed him out for sending all those people to the vault. I've never seen his face so red and twitchy. Thanks for keeping her safe. Here's the caps I promised. I knew I had a good feeling about you. Thanks again. Really, I owe you.
I received a pleasant call from Dr. Keeley. It seems we have you to thank for keeping her alive. Very charitable of you. Wonderful. Excellent work. Let me see it. It'll take a moment to decode on my terminal. I don't see how that's relevant. The dangers of the vault were your business, not mine. The only question is whether the data is still intact. I think Williams' decryption algorithms seem to be working. Yes, here it is. The data is mostly uncorrupted. This will make the board of directors finally sit up and take notice. Here then, as promised, an agreeable sum payable upon delivery of the data. You've more than done your part. Your concerns are perfectly understandable, but I assure you, they're entirely misplaced. We would never use technology that wasn't fully tested. We aren't some motley band of vault alchemists. We're with the government, for goodness sake. Have a little faith in us.
What's up? It's a free wasteland. Let's.
What's that hum?
Veronica, I hope...
I brought you a present. This disc has secrets to breeding plants that can thrive in the wasteland.
High Elder Maxon didn't found us to be botanists, Veronica.
Think about it. No more trading guns for food. Total self-sufficiency. It's what we always wanted.
This won't get us Hoover Dam.
Yes, it will. If we feed people, they'll support us. They'll join us.
What does the Codex say?
A bunch of closed-minded bullshit.
We do not help them or let them in.
But...
we keep knowledge they must never have.
give it a chance. For me. I can't stay here and watch us waste away.
I'm sorry.
We'll die out.
I know.
Come on. I can't listen to this anymore.
All right, then.
Keep an eye on Veronica here. She's a sharp one.
He wouldn't listen. The truth was right there staring him in the face. How could he not listen? I see that now. I thought I knew him better than that, but it was like talking to a stranger. How can I help them when they won't accept it? It wouldn't matter. The Elder has final say. The hell of it is he's one of our most progressive members. If I can't get him to agree, it's hopeless. Huh! Well, that's imaginative. But it's not really for me. I couldn't get one of their most reasonable members to accept a rational argument. I don't see them coming out in droves to support my coup. And that's really not what the Brotherhood needs right now anyway. They're hanging by a thread. I don't know if I can stay. Maybe it'd be better for everyone if I left. Spent my life somewhere else. Work with the followers of the apocalypse, maybe. Put my knowledge to some good use. Or I can stay here with the people I care about and do whatever I can until it comes to a slow or sudden end. There's no getting around that, is there? What would my life be like here, knowing what's to come? They're not gonna like this. We're given a chance when we're young to choose whether to stay. If we do, it's supposed to be for life. But they haven't left me any choice. It's this or a lifetime of scavenging and watching my friends die and losing battles. I guess it's settled then. Let's get going. I'd like to get my mind off all this. And some fresh air would do me some good. Right about now.
We heard Veronica talking with the Elder. We won't stand for this. High Elder Maxon didn't just found the Brotherhood. He defined it. To serve in the Brotherhood is to serve his ideals. Our way of life is based on them. We know no other path. There is no other path. With her leanings, Veronica spits in the face of every Knight, Paladin, and Scribe to serve in our ranks. She'd be doing a greater service by carrying out her duties and not trying to undermine the Elder's authority. This had better be the last time her loyalty falters. You've been warned.
I heard some special squad of Rangers is on its way to the Vegas area. I guess the NCR is finally going to...
Well, if there was any question of whether I should leave, I guess there's my answer. Yeah, I think if I stayed, I'd end up causing trouble. Sometimes I just can't help myself. This way is better for me, and for them. Sure, I want to establish a connection with the followers first, but as far as I know, drifting is part of the job description. I think that'd be best. There's a followers outpost up near one of my old scavenging grounds. Used to do some trading with a doctor there. If I work out of there, I'll still be able to keep tabs on Hidden Valley if I needed to. I know that route like the back of my hand. If it's all right, I'd like to head that way. Meet some people, see if I can be of any use.
Curious about fighting the Legion.
Don't mind trailblazing as long as we got the ammo. And risky.
There are so many refugees to care for.
I appreciate how you've been helping us so far.
I appreciate how you've been helping us so far.
I appreciate how you've been helping us so far.
What can the followers of the apocalypse do for you today? This is just a site for local followers to pick up assignments and check in. So most of the time we're just taking care of logistics and coordinating with other checkpoints over the radio. The Brotherhood? Well, this is unusual, I must say, but very welcome. There's certainly a lot we could learn from your technological expertise. Dr. Schiller usually handles placement and he won't be back until tomorrow. If you could come back then, we can see about your assignment. Possibly, but I'd be the wrong person to ask. You'll need to speak to Dr. Schiller, who's on an errand at one of our other stations. He should be back tomorrow. No, we don't expect him back until tomorrow. Take care of yourself.
First saw this place, thought the giant gecko was real.
Okay.
I buy that.
Got it.
Very well.
Lead the way.
Aw,
Caravan
just when
of
the standing
two.
around was getting exciting.
Let's roll out then.
Very well, let us proceed.
Ugh. Wait a second.
Oh no.
What
no,
the
no,
hell?
No.
Sharing knowledge with an outsider organization. I knew Veronica couldn't be trusted. We tracked your movements a long way, but it was worth to catch her in the act. Passing Brotherhood secrets to outsiders is the lowest form of treason. What have you got to say for yourself? No. No!
God, I did this. This was my fault. Why didn't I see this coming? Of course they'd track me. Of course they'd assume the worst. Sure, I left them, but that didn't mean I'd ever be free of them. I should have known I was beaten before I began. I had to try, you know? No, I don't, do I? If I did, none of this would have happened. I should have left a long time ago. Cut my losses before it came to this. I never stood a chance.
Glad I left the outpost behind.
Listen, I want to thank you for helping me out. I'm sorry that things didn't go like I'd hoped, but at least I got the chance to try. At least I know for sure that there was nothing I could do. Thank you for giving me that chance. It's a free wasteland. Darn it! Sure. Why does everyone always say that? Okay, then I guess I'll be back at the 188. Maybe digging in some dirt for scrap metal or something.
Do you believe there are folks who pay 500 caps for a steak dinner over at the Ultralux? Honest.
What's up? Let's go make trouble.
They say the Legion's bringing in veterans from out in Arizona. Must be getting ready to attack.
Those post office boxes in these old towns.